Welcome to the All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. It's great to chill.
Welcome to How to Write a Tune, the only podcast that gets deep inside the hearts, minds and souls of musicians. I'll be your host, Dr. Garmsy Armstrong, and with me is the J to my Tony, the shotgun wound to Kurt Cobain's head.
Sorry, that's the wrong podcast.
What?
This isn't How to Write a Tune.
I've made a grave error. I fucked up.
A Greg error.
We were on this show though, right?
Sounds familiar.
Last week we featured on How to Write a Tune. By the time this comes out, probably 2 weeks ago, go check it out. It was a lot of fun. We talked our hip hop duo, Dice Rollers.
Oh, it was a great day.
Their comings and goings.
I always enjoy sitting down with Tony and Jay. It's always fun.
Of course, they featured on ours, episode 20, and only rightly so, we returned to feature on theirs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Played our new tune from Dice Rollers, Screwed, which, for surprise, we're going to play into this episode as well.
Yeah,
it's not so exclusive to them anymore, I'm afraid.
it's open. It's open to everyone.
It's open to everyone. It's out there. Go check it out on SoundCloud and www.dicewrollers.bandcamp.com. So here we are, episode 32.
Can you believe it?
As you pointed out a minute ago, we've caught up with our own age.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna have to do one a year now.
Birthday episodes only. So it'll be 2 a year.
Yeah.
One for each birthday.
One in February and one in April. It'll be fine.
That's not too far away, is it? So, how you been? All right?
Yeah, it's all right, I guess.
Yeah, getting by.
Considering, yeah.
We've been. I saw Suicide Squad recently.
Ah, yes.
I went with Jack Webber.
Yeah, how was it?
I actually thoroughly enjoyed it.
Right.
There's been a lot of hate on this film.
There has been an incredible amount of hate.
A lot of hate. A lot of love from the fans.
Lots of hate on Facebook.
Yeah, lots of people are open about the hate for it.
Lots of people reading a lot of articles and then deciding that's their opinion.
Yes, and sharing and saying and commenting.
It's almost like they wrote the article.
Yes. Yes,
but
didn't write the article. Go write your own article, maybe.
Opinionless fools.
A lot of people.
Holding back today.
There was a lot of claiming that it was racist, that it promoted women domestic violence. Yep. Like at the end of the day, it was a fun comic book film.
I don't know about you, but that's what I look for in videos.
Of course, in videos. When I sit down and watch a good old fashioned video, I thought it was a lot of fun. I actually quite enjoyed the characters. I can see what people find a bit messy, but fuck it was a bit of fun.
When I started hearing all the bad feedback, I was just like, because when we did the Calling It episode,
yes,
and we were talking about films coming out,
I
said that Suicide Squad was going to bomb.
Yes.
And I got really excited that I might actually be right. But it seems to be doing all right.
It didn't actually.
A lot of people saying there wasn't a lot of Joker in it I
thought there was enough Joker in it.
Enough Joker?
Yeah, I liked him actually. I know people, even a lot of fans that liked it were like, he's not the Joker. The Joker's not an open shirt, bling gangster, like a 1930s gangster. But I liked that. I thought that was cool.
It's different, right?
I thought he was a bit creepy, to be fair.
He looks very, he looks very cartoony in it, I thought.
The whole film is quite cartoony.
Of course.
But it definitely didn't bomb. It actually topped the UK box office with 11.2 million on its debut. Despite being widely panned by critics, the film knocked last week's number one Finding Dory into second place.
Wow, take that, Dory.
So it actually did. Some fans have got a bit over the top with the hate, though, including one guy who he got really wound up by it.
Oh, really?
Yes, and in fact, I'm actually gonna.
I love that people were literally like shitting on it before even seeing it.
People
and
do
it
that.
was like they'd seen it.
People shit on
like,
DC films so hard anyway. Like I like the DC films. I'm being honest. Like I don't think they're fucking as bad as it makes out to be. But this guy in particular got really fucking wound up and took it too far. And I'm. You know what? I'm actually going to make this a tuck it in because he needs to be told to tuck it the fuck in.
Sweet. I like that.
An improv.
It's been a while.
Tuck it the
actually,
fuck in.
Actually, it feels like it's been a while since we did a tuck it in.
It's been a while.
Tuck it in, okay? Tuck it in. Tuck it in. Tuck it in, okay?
Fan threatens legal action against Warner Brothers and DC Comics over false advertising of 30 Seconds to Mars Joker scenes in Suicide Squad trailers.
What? 30 Seconds to Mars?
He's in 30 Seconds to Mars, isn't
Yeah,
he? Jared
no,
Leto,
but
yeah.
what's that got to do?
They were
with-
just saying from 30 Seconds to
Oh, I
Mars.
thought there was
fun
kind of
movie.
like some sort of like. I thought they.
No, I think he
dropped
actually
that.
kept off the soundtrack, to be honest with you. I think they actually kept 30 Seconds to Mars off the soundtrack. But basically...
As much as I can imagine Jared Leto being the kind of cunt that would just be like,
Please.
yeah, I've got this. We've just recorded this song. We've got this album coming out, and it would just really all kind of entwine really well. And it's just like, yeah, it's got nothing to do with you. So,
but it could be. So Reddit user Black Panther 2016, so obviously made this Reddit just to start this one, is threatening
literally signed up so he could bitch
Yeah.
about fucking Suicide Squad.
is to seek legal action against the studio, insisting that Joker scenes weren't the ones he saw in the trailers. The
Interesting.
moviegoer says a cinema denied him a request for the refund after claiming he drove 300 miles from Scotland to London and spent £160 on fuel to watch the specific scenes he'd seen in the TV ads,
Scenes in the
which
Pacific.
weren't featured. The fan says trailers showcase several scenes he'd paid to see, and they weren't in the film.
Well, here's his problem. He thought they were set in the Pacific Ocean, and it was all in the Atlantic.
He says, I wasted a lot of money paying and travelling to go
You're
watch
a
this
fucking
movie
idiot then. That's your
because
fucking
of these
fault.
scenes that they'd advertise. This is becoming a habit with studios, showing epic scenes in trailers. Epic scenes. They're all
Sorry.
just lies.
No, because this is like no, just no, because there was no single point where like there's been an advertisement just like book your tickets to London for some super excellent like super secret stuff that you won't see in Scotland. So he was all just like, hey, on a tin, Scotland, and he fucked off down to London, got massively disappointed. No, fuck him, he's getting nothing.
This is why he's getting tucked in.
He's getting tucked in. He's getting tucked
The
in
best bit
and
is-
then folded inside out again.
The best bit is when he told the theatre about this unjust act and said, I didn't get what I came here to see. Can I have my money back? They laughed at him and kicked him out the cinema.
Fucking good.
He says, I want my refund. The trauma of being embarrassed as I was being kicked out and people laughing at me for wanting my refund. And also, I want the £160 worth of fuel I used to drive from London to Scotland.
Well, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, you can't sue someone because you're a fucking idiot.
So why the fuck did you drive from fucking... Why
Could
did
have
you
got a
drive?
train. Could have got a train for like half the price.
He didn't even have to go to London.
You could fly.
They have cinemas.
You could fly
I'm
from
pretty
London
sure,
to Edinburgh for like 60 quid.
I'm pretty sure they have cinemas in Scotland.
I'm pretty sure they do as well.
Maybe he just wanted to come kick a stinking. Maybe he thought he actually might have got more... he'd already decided he was going to sue them before he came.
Oh, it's just one of those fucking things, isn't it? He was just flat out and just like, this is going to go terribly wrong, so I'm definitely going to sue
They could just
someone.
buy him off by saying, look, we'll send you a copy of the Blu-ray in a steelbook. Oh, okay, great. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that's what he wants. Sweet, I can sell that on eBay and get my money back.
So, to you, Suicide Squad, sewer, angry goer...
What was his
tuck
Reddit
it
name?
in.
What was his Reddit name?
Black Panther 2016.
Black Panther 2016. Tuck
it
in.
Right back.
Like until your fucking helmet is touching your arsehole. Tuck it.
Some news you might be happy with here, Joe.
Someone died.
No, not
Shame.
at all. No, you someone coming back, apparently.
From the dead.
They're bringing Stryker back, the comic.
Oh, yeah!
in the Sun.
Thank fuck for that. I was massive.
Yeah.
The thing about
You were
Stryker,
massive, were you?
I was so massive when I was fucking reading it. Massive hard on because they was naughty. They just
naughty.
They just showed cheeky bits of nudity every now and again for no reason.
Stryker, if those who don't know, was like a short panel.
It was so in the Sun they do like a one page and it's usually got your fucking what do you call it? It's the stars.
Yeah.
Your fucking I want to say
Horoscopes.
Yeah, I was going to say apostrophes for some
Wow.
reason. your apostrophe readings, yeah, it's got your star fucking shit, and then right next to it, there's usually like some comic strips. And there was always, what was it, Andy Cap.
Yeah.
Andy Cap's in there, been in there for years and shit like that. And they always had this one which was called Stryker. And it was all set around a fictional football team.
Warbury.
Yeah, Warbury Warriors. It was once the sort of, even before the season had ended, it was kind of just like, it was just sort of, nothing was really happening in it.
Yeah.
And then it all just kind of disappeared without any warning, unless I wasn't reading a certain section
wow.
of it to say, like, this won't be back for a while.
Well, it's back by popular demand.
Fucking right, it should
Tomorrow.
be.
It's back in tomorrow's paper.
Oh, I'm buying.
But not only,
I'm not. I'm going to go to a newsagent and just flip to that section.
This time they're taking it one step further. Not only can you read it in the paper, this time you can watch live matches online in a world's first for a cartoon. From September, fans will be able to watch Warbury Warriors play at 2 p.m. every Saturday at the sun.co.uk or on YouTube channel Planet Striker.
Right, here's what they've done. They've just taken, like, FIFA and they've just created the Warbury Warriors.
Yeah, that's it. Well, apparently a computer algorithm will decide the outcome of each game, so no one will ever know the result until it's over.
Ooh, algorithms, eh?
Oh, I hear that word a lot recently, algorithm. I think
Yeah,
it's because
I
like
think they
No Man's
used it,
Sky's come out. So
Yeah,
I keep hearing,
I definitely heard the word.
keep
like,
hearing the word
algorithm.
algorithms getting thrown around all the time.
Yeah, it's that fucking game looks amazing.
It does look amazing.
It looks amazing.
Ed has it, but he didn't play it yesterday when we were there for some reason.
He has it.
He has it on the computer. For some reason,
Why
he
would
didn't play
you
it when we were
not
there.
play that?
He does, but he didn't play it when we were there.
I bet it's sick.
It's a
bet
bit
it's
like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
I bet it's so fucking good.
They hinted today or recently they might actually get an Xbox release as well.
Ooh.
Apparently.
I definitely will be looking into getting an Xbox One at some point because there's just far too many good games coming out.
The thing is, when games are too big a map, I just end up forgetting what I'm doing.
I mean, it's not so much a map, more of a universe.
That's even bigger then. It's even bigger. Like, it's the
mate,
epitome of open
I was reading
world.
about it, and it was something like there's what is it? There's something like 18 quadrillion
yeah.
fucking planets on it.
That's insane. It's an online game as well. Apparently, it's so big you will rarely ever bump into other players.
I can believe that. Imagine if you did, and then they just shot you.
Yeah.
Like, brilliant.
Oh, at last. Oh.
Someone else.
Goddamn fucking
Of course
humans.
they shot me.
Goddamn fucking humans.
Fucking humans, man.
Anyway, you think we'd forgotten, didn't you? But we hadn't, because up right next is Geese Dropping, where we make note of hearing the heard snippets of conversations, and then we deliver them to you, no matter how far-fetched or weird or brief they may be. These are all real, all things we've heard. Some of he was sent to us. This is Geese Dropping.
Geezer. Having a listen.
Now, the first one wasn't even something I really heard someone say. It was a homeless drunk singing, "Always look on the bright side of life," into a red traffic cone on the streets of Kingston.
Was he using it to project his voice,
Yeah.
or was it
Yeah.
like... Oh, okay.
No, yeah, he was using it as to project his voice.
Not like it was still on the ground and he
Bless
was just
him.
bent over, like screaming into it.
No. He full blown was using it as a implement, as an instrument of his voice,
Wow.
singing "Always
Go
look
on.
on the bright side of
That's
life,"
pretty
which
good.
I thought was
I like
very
that.
touching. It seemed to make a lot of sense. Also, I heard actors. They're all cunts, but you got to see through that. Or you've got nothing to watch. What else are you going to do? Watch fucking found footage films? that actually was Ed.
Brilliant.
That was Ed, and I had to write that one down. This one I heard. You know the day of the
He does have some gems of wisdom every now and again.
he does.
Brilliant.
Recently there was the cycle race.
Oh, yeah.
So you know they close like most of Kingston upon Thames off because a cycle race comes through, and everyone's there cheering on, and it was crowded and it's annoying and you can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
But there was like a whole group of like families waiting for them to ride through this little road, and there was a guy with his pram talking to like another dad with his pram while the wives are probably nattering somewhere.
Scissoring
And
in
I
a bush somewhere.
and I just walked past and I just heard him say he slapped his girlfriend across the face. It was great.
That sounds great. Every now and again, when we hear a geese dropping, I just kind of wish for a little bit more context.
Oh man, you could just hang around, but then you get spotted.
I just feel like, sorry, mate. Can I get the start of that story?
Then it becomes like geese loitering, like
Geese loitering.
just standing around.
Yeah.
We have another one that was sent to me yesterday from Jay from How to Write a Tune. Actually, he had some work being done on the shed roof, and two of the workmen were chatting, and he had the first guy say, "You've been with her a while, huh?" And the other guy replied with, "Yeah, she's amazing. I really love her, but now she's pregnant, so."
I wish she was up on this roof.
Catch, don't catch.
Yeah. Didn't save your life.
This means we can be together again. It's fine.
Didn't save the life inside you.
Yeah. Think fast. Push her, then say think fast.
Yeah. No. Say think fast when she hits the ground. Think
Oh,
fast.
I was meant to shut that before.
You didn't land on your feet like a cat.
Oh, I thought you were like a cat. I thought like pregnant women landed on their feet like cats. Oh, I fucked up completely.
They land womb first.
The Olympics are in full swing.
Yep, they have kicked off massively.
Are you a fan of the Olympics?
I
you
do
watch
not
it?
give a single fuck.
I'm like the same. I can't say I've actually watched any of the Olympics.
Nah.
Just what I've seen like on Facebook
No,
or clips on TV.
I don't understand why everyone gets so into it. I don't know if it's like patriarchy.
I think it is.
like-
I think it's a bit of just like, everyone's uniting and for the competitiveness of it. Like
The only reason
Sports.
everyone's uniting because they're all getting mugged in Rio.
Of course, it's being held in Rio, Brazil.
Yep.
I don't really give a shit, but there has been some fun shit going on.
Let's make it very much aware that neither of us actually give a shit, but there's been far too much coverage of shit that's been going on. Like calamity shit.
Not even like the actual Olympics themselves,
like-
just the shit surrounding it has been amazing.
The film The Money Pit?
Yeah.
The Rio Olympics is the money pit of the Olympics.
It ruins every town it goes to, doesn't it? The
Mate,
Olympics.
it just decimates everything in its path.
And this place was decimated before we even got there, so they're fucking well truly fucked.
They apparently they made it like seem like fucking Rio was I don't know if it was getting gentrified, but if they said like it's a lot better now and
Of course they said that, they have to.
and it wasn't at all.
So
It wasn't at all.
there's been a lot of things going on which have been dubbed Rio fails. And we've got some together because we were talking about this the other night, and it's kind of what made me think to look into it and basically bring what we were discussing the other night to the podcast because it was a good conversation, and the stuff we were looking at was pretty crazy. So we go straight away. Why is the water green?
Why is the water green?
Why is the water green? No one seems to know. It's just a Rio problem, apparently.
But it's not like beach water.
No,
It's
it's bad green.
yeah.
It's Secret of the
I
Ooze
think,
green.
Like, do you remember that
It's
episode?
the new Turtles film
Yeah.
green. Like they're going to go in swimming and come out like amphibious
What
fucking
was
mutants.
the episode of The Simpsons where they get a pool in the backyard?
Oh yeah,
But they don't put
the
chlorine.
chlorine
They
in
don't
it.
put chlorine in it. Maybe they just didn't put chlorine in.
Maybe as simple as that. Because there was talk that I think Sarah said to us yesterday that they were trying to blame it was like the dye from the swimsuits making it green.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, which sounds because you were there, which you told me.
Yeah, as Sarah pointed out, I'm sure they spend thousands upon thousands to make sure that their lycra outfits don't do that.
Yeah, and I don't think they're all in green either.
Yeah, and plus also like the men are in speedos, and that's
Maybe.
like the most like small amount of fucking fabric.
Maybe it's that thing they put in public pools, so when you piss in it, it changes colour.
Ugh.
Maybe everyone's just pissing in it. Maybe it's just like there's a massive swimming baths here, and people are just pissing in the Olympic pool.
I would love to do that.
Argentinian tennis player Juan Martín del Porto almost missed his match after being trapped in a lift for 40 minutes with no means of communication.
Hangover 2.
But he was but he was rescued by the Argentinian handball team, the Gladiators, who
I love
forced
that.
the door open.
Of course they did.
He was actually saved by his own native other sport team, who
Fucking A.
not even like maintenance or anything else.
This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying.
had to
Everyone's
do
coming
some-
together because for the wrong reasons.
But look, he's coming together with his own country. Other countries have walking past, but like, don't let him out.
I don't think I'm getting out of here alive.
This is me. I'm here now forever. I'm trapped in this lift. But I can do my secret Argentinian fucking yell, and the other ones will hear me, and they will come.
What do you reckon?
Gladiators, assemble!
He just gets out a giant like shell to like sort of like
Horn of Gondor. One handball team in the middle of their game just say, wait a minute, there's a tennis player stuck in a lift.
like the beacons.
Like the beacons, get the fucking door open. Apparently, have you seen any of the opening ceremony?
Nah.
I haven't at all.
Actually, I only just because I watched that just now. I just watched that Aussie Man review.
That's all I've seen of it.
And I saw it looked very odd. But then they always are, aren't they?
They
They're
always
just
are
some
odd, yeah.
giant fucking metaphor.
Yeah. So apparently they used a Jaguar in the opening ceremony. But it
Car.
got free and was
It
shot.
got free?
and not during the ceremony. I think afterwards. And was shot by the army.
That would be amazing, though. Imagine
Shot.
that if it just got free.
Clearly, I don't know, but maybe being there, how many like rules were put into place for them to have used a Jaguar, and
it doesn't
for
seem- it
its
doesn't
safety and
seem like-
protection. But the fact they got free and then it's like almost like, well, what do we do with it now? Just let it go. The army will shoot it. It's fine, just let it go.
Just let it go. The army will shoot
Just let it go. Just let it go.
I think, it's not very often that you see a Jaguar being used as a prop. Like,
Unless it's a car, yes, like you say.
Yeah.
You have a woman draped over the actual animal.
oh, mate, imagine that. She would be torn in half.
The Indian hockey team had to assemble chairs and tables after they arrived at the Olympic Village in Rio to an empty room. They had to make their own. They got there and had to make their own furniture.
Brilliant.
Putting them straight to work, it sounds like.
Do you ever get that feeling that like there's just certain countries that they don't ever play those sports?
Yeah. The Indian
So like
hockey
the
team.
Indian hockey team, they're just like, right, we've got 6 months to assemble a hockey team. That's the film I want to see.
And
like a cool runnings.
Yeah.
Cool running scenario.
Like the
but
Indian
like
hockey team.
The Indian hockey team.
And 45
like, what the fuck is
minutes
hockey?
of it is them just putting tables and chairs together.
Yeah. That's the ending of it. They get to the Olympics and then it's just them assembling flat pack furniture.
The Olympic athletes arrived to thousands of heavily armed military police, policing the notoriously dangerous city. But police claim that the homicide rate dropped to almost zero in the run-up to the start of the games.
I don't believe that for
No.
a fucking second. Nowhere in the fucking world
do you think they
has
rounded
a
up?
0%.
Do you think they rounded up all the criminals and were just like, look, guys, just behave. Just till the Olympics
Just like,
are done.
guys, look, like...
There's so much easy prey for you that's going to be here over the next couple of months, but please just
As
lay
soon as
off
the
them.
ending ceremony's done, you can just fucking go purge. All right?
You know,
Like,
we'll have a purge afterwards. We're
have a
going to need...
purge.
We'll probably employ you because we're going to need some money afterwards,
guys,
to be
we're
fair.
going to do a purge. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're just going to do a
Or maybe
purge.
they ran them all up and they shot them anyway. Maybe they put them in the opening ceremony
Oh, my God.
and then
Maybe
tried
they-
to feed them to a jaguar.
Maybe they turned them into flat pack furniture.
Yeah, why can't they be flat pack building the furniture?
The Indian hockey team turned up and was like, most of this is bones.
They had rooms were not finished. Athletes are putting up, like I say, their own furniture, their own shower curtains, window curtains. There's been flooding in hotels. People arriving to just chaos.
Fucking shambles, mate.
Absolutely.
Absolute shambles. Shambolic behaviour.
The athletes competing in water-based games have not only choppy conditions to worry about,
Pissing.
but environmentalists say that Rio's bay is extremely contaminated with raw sewage. Now that explains why the sea's green.
Yeah.
And then it's like bucket by bucket by bucket, they're just filling up the pools
Like
with the water from the sea.
It's so fucking ridiculous to think. I mean, because obviously, like the Olympics were in London last year, and like you look
Yes.
at the amount of shit they did. They built an Olympic stadium
They did.
specifically for it, and in fact, a village surrounding it with the largest McDonald's in the world, which is
Was it
laughable.
really?
Yeah, I
I
believe
didn't
it's
know
one of
that.
like one of the largest McDonald's
Wow.
in the world. Because it was all sponsored, wasn't it?
Yeah.
McDonald's probably
They
paid.
sponsor this Olympics too, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, that's ironic in itself.
Yes, it is, yes.
That they are willing to take on the money of McDonald's. Like this, like an event, a 4-week event, literally to show about like, you know, being
The strength of mankind.
sport, having a hobby, sponsored
Discipline.
by one of the
Big Macs.
worst fucking food chains in the world. It doesn't make sense, and that's just. I mean, this is to
What the
me,
money does, I guess.
This is. I mean, you know, this is why I just don't really give a shit, because it's just like it's all for money. It's not. It's like, yeah, you
It's
get
all
a
about the money.
shiny gold medal at the end of it and shit, and it's just like
Probably actually chocolate.
it's probably chocolate. Mr. F.
New Zealand Jitsu Olympic athlete Jason Lee was kidnapped by 2 military police officers and made to extract, what's the currency there? 200 Rias?
I don't know actually.
Basically, well, that £625.
He took that.
£625 in English money. So
By the police.
So he was kidnapped
By the police?
He was kidnapped by 2 military officers and made to for 2 days. He was kidnapped and forced to extract £625 from an ATM.
Whose idea was this? Like, whose idea was this? Honestly, like, whose fucking genius idea was it to go and think like, oh, you know, Brazil's nice.
Yeah.
Volleyball. I hear the volleyball. Like the
apparently.
arena on the fucking beach is only half full half the time.
Wow. It's because everyone's getting mugged.
Everyone's getting mugged, man.
We had a weightlifting arm break only yesterday. It's horrible. This isn't really Brazil's fault.
I
but it's
heard
fucking
about this.
Horrible.
But there's in the past, like, I mean, in previous like Olympics, you haven't really heard of like serious injury, have you? Because they're professionals.
Yes, I can't think. I'm sure there has been, but I can't think when it stood out as much as it's getting covered during this one.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing more about this stuff than I'm actually about the winnings of the Olympics and the gold.
I've definitely seen that fucking gymnast leg break like 10 times. That is harsh, mate.
Samir French.
So harsh.
When he lands and it literally it's like it shatters. Apparently the crowd heard the noise. And it's just like a floppy fucking like a melted Mr. Freeze ice pop. Just. But he's and he seems quite calm. He looks at it, obviously in shock.
He does, yeah, no.
I think he's actually in shock, but he's just like, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, because he does a face palm, doesn't he? He just goes,
I
can't believe I did that. Lol.
Hashtag bear lols.
Oh, mate. I wish I had my phone on me. I'll Snapchat this. Snapchat.
Hey, I can't believe me mom told me to break a leg. Fuck. But then when they got him in the stretcher, they dropped him.
Yeah.
They got him in the stretcher.
I saw that,
and they
like literally getting into the ambulance.
The fucking arm one was just him lifting up a weight and his arm just snaps and it's horrible. It's really fucking horrible. And you just see like his entourage on the stage and this old guy just holds his head, just like his own head, just like and like just watches where somebody runs over and like walks him off the stage. Everyone else just in shock.
God,
can you imagine being in the audience for that? Fuck.
Oh man, I don't think I ever want to see anyone break like a limb.
I'd probably pass out.
I would probably throw up.
I'd probably pass out. I'd probably pass out. It sounds fucking horrendous. I would feel fucking terrible.
Imagine just throwing up on them whilst they're like, I'm in agony here.
We've had a lot of gymnasts face planting. We've had horses fucking stack it. The Irish have gone face first a few times.
Yep. I saw some.
My God, this isn't really Brazil's
horse
fault.
riding lols.
This has just been shambolic.
It's not going well. Let's put it that way.
No,
it's not going well.
I think it's going well for some people. Apparently, there's lots of golds. People. I think America are in the lead at the moment. I don't know if that's changed, but America, they won the shooting, of course. That makes sense.
And the swimming. Go Phelps.
They entered their police force and they won the shooting from America. And a big story about this was that some of the Olympians could smoke weed.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Because as long as it's not the same day they compete.
Because on an off day.
Yeah, but it's not a performance enhancer, but it does help them. Apparently, it helps them with endurance, reducing inflammation, increasing airflow to the lungs. And this is shattering the myth that it ruins your sports career. Usain Bolt and Phelps have both admitted to using marijuana.
Well, Usain Bolt's Jamaican.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it?
There you go.
But he's admitted to it.
Yeah. I think that's good. I think
it's fantastic.
He should be like, fuck you, I'm going to smoke weed.
So obviously they still get dope tested, but they're just not looking for marijuana anymore.
They're more looking for like controlled substances that can be considered a sporting enhancement.
Like McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, fuck knows what's in those.
Yeah.
Don't eat a chicken nugget. It's probably full of Mandy.
Wow, can you imagine?
I don't want to imagine that.
Imagine going to McDonald's for some nuggets and then just fucking tripping your balls out.
No, even worse, going in there for like a breakfast muffin.
Oh,
going in for a breakfast muffin.
Before work.
And it's all just heroin. And you're just like in the fucking corner.
The manager of the place has tried to stash it, try to hide it after the area managers come in. Where did you put that bag left?
Where's that one particular egg and sausage McMuffin that I told you not to do with anything?
Oh, I think that guy over there who's screaming under the table ate it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That guy.
Oh, fuck.
That guy who looks like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction. Smack me up the muffins.
But I know people who would smoke a spliff before they went for a run or went to go play football.
Fuck that.
Once you get going.
I mean, yeah, but it's the getting going afterwards.
Yeah, it's the getting going. Yeah, you'd have to actually push off first because you
smoked a spliff and then just fucking hard leave. It takes me an hour just to leave the house.
Just walk past and it's TV's on. I'll just sit here. Oh, I forgot I had a packet of Monster Munch.
It's like, all right, well, I'll go and get dressed now, and then it's just like,
an hour later you've only put on a sock and the jeans are halfway up.
Satisfying videos on YouTube.
Just lying on your bed looking at Instagram, like
yeah, completely.
Just like I've not even fucking moved.
Okay, I was supposed to be somewhere now. Some of the sports and stuff that are events just seem a bit odd. They're like a bit dated. I'd like to maybe see some updated.
But skateboarding's been added, hasn't it?
I thought BMXing. I think BMXing was added.
I thought skateboarding was too.
But I don't know. I think maybe take out.
In fact, they announced the marijuana smoking after they added skateboarding. I swear, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, some sticky buds. No, I just think maybe just it could be a bit more fun. Have some, what? I don't know,
podcasting.
Just like a egg and spoon race or something. I'd like to see the Olympics, but in sports day form.
Wow, that would be
everyone
awesome.
Just turns out egg and spoon race, or chucking
sack race.
Did you ever do the one where you chuck the egg back and forth, but you have to every time you catch it, you both have to take a step back so you get further and further.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. That'd be fun.
Maybe we can create that.
I'd like that.
Maybe we can create that one day.
Or I don't know.
Well, not create it. It already exists, but we could host our own Park Olympics.
We could do it.
We could just go do it and see if you want to come play with us.
Yeah.
Greg and Joe can head down the park with some eggs.
I've got some eggs. They're incredibly out of date. And,
Even better.
And have feathers.
Because if they do smash, then,
It's going to stink.
it's going to be horrible.
It's going to be horrible.
Which would be even
we're
way
gonna
more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Throwing up all over the gaff.
All over the park.
Yeah. But that's it. You could say it could be like the 100-meter chuck. Just like...
What, the throwing up?
Yeah.
Projectile
Did
vomit.
you see that?
Projectile vomiting.
Yeah. Did you see that thing about the... it was doing like a 400 meters, but every 100 meters you got to drink a beer.
Yeah, I did see this. Yes. There was like the beer marathon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I would probably
That sounds
be sick.
That sounds difficult.
That sounds
in all
ridiculous.
honesty.
I think we talked about
Like-
something similar on the sporting episode.
Yeah, chugging a beer and then like running for 100 meters.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Not
for me.
Neck a beer, run like 400 meters, and then you got to
think
neck
it's-
another one.
I don't know if it's like one full lap around and
Yeah,
then
it's
another.
a full lap.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
full
I think
lap.
it's a full lap, and then you do another one. And oh my god,
It doesn't seem like fun, does it?
do you reckon you get a kebab at the end?
You fucking better.
At the end,
Actually, no, I don't think you would. I think there should probably just be more beers to that get you like set on your way. Because I don't think after 4 beers in like 8 minutes, you're gonna really want to like have a kebab. You're gonna be like, I'm just gonna wait for these to kick in.
Yep,
to be honest,
I'm just gonna
Like,
lie down and throw up. Actually,
just gonna wait for these 4 beers. Nope, here they come.
oh, they must have to have a piss break. Could you imagine 4 beers running? You would need a piss.
Nah, that's not gonna kick in for a good 20 minutes after. I don't reckon.
I don't know. If
4 beers.
If I broke the seal first, it might. So
I mean,
probably have a few
I
beers
reckon
first.
there's like as soon as you like finish the race, you'll be like, oh yeah. Cool,
How would you
go for it, yeah.
practice for that? Would you just do it?
Chug
like,
beers.
Would you just
Chug
like?
beers.
Would you like run the block and let's come past your house and like just grab a beer you've left on the wall for yourself and then run around the block? Come
Your
back
overly supporting wife just sat there with like a 4-pack
in a
just
deck
like,
chair, the sunglasses and the
Yeah.
hat on, just handing you the beer as you come past.
Mate, I think England.
So proud of you, honey.
England could wreck that sport because we don't have the shitty little.
We would
like,
wreck it because it'll break into a brawl halfway through.
I mean that as well.
There'll
yeah.
be stabbings.
But like, no,
you'd finish the race with
I mean-
a traffic cone on your head.
you'd finish with a traffic cone on your head.
And that's the ultimate win.
Yeah.
Just run straight into the pub afterwards.
Someone's like tie round your head. But yeah, I just think there should be some updates to the events because some of them are boring as tits. Like shooting, who gives a fuck about shooting?
Unless they're shooting like criminals, I get paedophiles to run.
Refugees.
Oh yes, the old Trump Olympics.
Yeah, that's it.
The old Trump Olympics, yes, at the borders.
I think no, fuck it. That's it. Everyone, America wouldn't be allowed because their team probably support the cunt. Just they have to just like a naked Trump runs and you've just got to shoot him.
And you get to drink loads of beers first, and then just shoot it.
Of course, you get to drink beers.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Good.
Beers, weed, it's all there for you.
Yeah. Great time.
Just get fucked up and start shooting Donald Trump as he runs across the. Or I still say release the pedos and let them run.
Pedos.
You
yeah.
know, like in the Greyhound race, they have like the rabbit
wait.
on the track.
Yeah.
They just release like a child on the track, and they just run after it.
It'll be the it'll be like Quidditch. You got all the pedos, and then Trump's like
What's
the
Quidditch?
golden that fucking Harry Potter shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, the fucking broomstick flying.
Yeah. And so you got all
Someone,
the pedos.
I've angered so many Harry Potter fans right now.
Who cares?
Broomstick flying.
It's fine. They're preoccupied with the new book she's just brought out. It's absolutely fine. And also, I'm pretty sure that none of them listen to this. I mean, not like diehard, like Harry Potter fans. We would have known. There would have been suggestions that we do a Harry Potter episode.
Oh, yeah, that would be a short episode.
That would be a short episode.
We're just not talking about Lord of the Rings.
I think I'd be hosting that one. I think.
You've seen the films, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I don't mind them. I
I've
don't mind them.
I've
They're
not
great.
seen any of
They're
them.
good. Good.
I
bit of fun.
saw half of one. My mum trying to make me watch it.
This is it's the thing about me is like I really give like no fucks whatsoever about
Yes.
like superhero films, but
Yeah.
like you've chuck a Harry Potter in front of me, I'm just like, well, that was really enjoyable.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good
that.
fun.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's everything wrapped up nicely into a nice 3 hours.
So you're rushing out to read the book too?
No, I don't give a shit about the books.
Oh shit. Okay.
I never read the books, just watched the movies.
Fair enough.
Now I've
Like
angered
most
loads of Harry
people.
Potter
Yeah,
fans.
now you have. Man, not even listened to the audiobooks read by Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry did the audiobook?
Yeah, he did the audiobooks. Yeah, I think quite a perfect voice, to be fair. I like Stephen Fry's
Oh,
voice.
he's got a good voice, actually.
Yeah, he has got a good voice.
No, he's very soothing. Can we do a pause so I can get a drink?
Of course.
We can leave this in, though. Or you can just continue to talk, and
No,
I
we
can
can-
be at a distance.
I need to refill too.
All right. See you in a minute.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @Podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.
And we're back.
And we are back.
And we just, that brief time, we actually invented a game which actually could be a good fun Olympic
I enjoyed
one.
that. It was good.
Why didn't you explain what the game was we just made up, Joe?
The game is standing at my my kitchen door and tossing ice cubes at the trash can at the end of my garden,
Fantastic.
hoping to get it in.
There was a big trash can and a bucket, and we had 30 points for the bucket and 10 points for the big can.
That's right.
I lost because I only got 10 points, and Joe got a 30.
Got a cheeky 30.
It's quite a fantastic game because you can actually, if you wanted to, you can go back and forth and pick up the same ice cubes.
If you don't want to waste ice.
But if you don't, you're not making mess because it melts.
There you go. And then it will dry.
So it's a self-cleaning game. You don't have to worry about leaving mess around.
That's the kind of game that parents can get behind.
Yes. A couple of random stories I saw recently that I wanted to discuss. One of them is, as you know, we've discussed in the past with the Kebab Awards and what have you, I'm always on the lookout for almost pointless and ridiculous awards slash
that we can get invited to.
Yes, and pointless competitions.
Yeah.
And this one I've seen is going on here.
Like the competition of chucking ice into a bin.
Yes. In fact, I think our competition has more worth than what I'm about to say here.
I really got into that. I'm not
That
gonna
was
lie.
good. We'll be playing that again afterwards too. Maybe we just drag the mics over and we'll just record the actual thing happening.
Maybe I'm just gonna sit here and just chuck ice.
We can put the Zoom mic by the trash cans.
So
They can hear the landing, and we can have the mics this end.
I'm desperately trying to get into my
That's
freezer.
fantastic.
Let's give this a try from
We
where
can do
I'm
that, and then
sat.
we can just cut to that during our little break.
This is going to be great if it goes in.
Joe's actually going to throw some ice now from the back of the kitchen. He hit the can, but didn't go in. But he did actually hit the can. This is great radio for everybody.
Needs to be higher.
Go on, throw it. No, you're nowhere near,
'Cause
mate.
I'm scared of hitting the ceiling.
Yeah, well, it's what happens when you're throwing ice cubes from a seated
all right.
position at the back of the kitchen through an open door into the garden.
One more go, and then I'll stop, and then we'll go back to podcasting. I
Yes,
promise.
hold close. No, he's not.
That was shit.
That was pretty shit.
One more.
I'm going to throw the ice now.
I hope you heard that. That was me hitting
After
the wall.
Joe did actually hit the wall.
Have a go. You got a bad angle. Oh, that wasn't bad though.
Oh, that was
Not
pretty
bad.
close.
Not
That
bad.
was pretty
Not
close. Because I'm aware that I've got wires on my head attached to the computer.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm gonna have one more crack at this, but it's a bad.
Yeah, because it's not a good
Because you want
position.
to float. You want to float it.
Yeah,
but
this is not.
This is difficult. See, I'm hitting the wall.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, they're smashed everywhere.
that's all
But
right.
we're okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
sorry about that,
everything's
guys. So yes, this pointless competition. Steve Monk Chipman, 26, has made the final 30 in a worldwide contest to find the best lookalike for Van Gogh. I do have a picture to show you here, Joe.
How many? Okay, that's actually pretty fucking accurate.
Yes.
How many people are on the internet going does anyone else look like Vincent van Gogh?
Well, he's made the final 30, and it's a worldwide competition. If he wins, the graphic artist of Oxford will be flown to Canada, where an artist will make a bronze bust of his head.
Wow.
So-
That's a waste of time.
Right? Right? Is that not just a stupid... I just don't understand what the...
That's a terrible use of
is he-
fucking money and expenses.
Yeah. And gingers.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a
Well,
good...
they need something.
I'm just going up to girls in the bars. Who do I look like? I don't
I
know.
look like, I don't know.
Well, here's a picture of a bronze bust of my head. Maybe...
Did you know I look so much like someone that they made a bronze statue out of me?
I won a competition, a worldwide competition.
A worldwide competition.
I won it.
Claim to fame.
Claim to fame.
So,
So, we're going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to look into that and I'll give you an update because I want to see if... what's his name again? I want to see
Vincent.
if Steve Monk Chipman, 26 years
Great
old,
name.
wins. It's a great fucking name, isn't it?
Equally great name.
Equally fucking great name.
Because I know there's been like lookalike contests in the past, and there are people...
Charlie Chaplin came, was it third in a lookalike competition of Charlie Chaplin? I think. We have a local story here from down the road of Kingston, which I had to bring up because I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Excellent.
Children are feared to have learnt some very unfortunate language after a vulgar vandal scrawled offensive graffiti just meters away from the primary school. The words "cunt flaps" were written on the pavement close to Green Lane Primary School in Worcester Park.
Oh, so good though.
Luckily, children weren't at school because it was holidays.
Of course.
But any graffiti is unpleasant, but this is very unfortunate language that they were using, especially because it's in front of a school.
Oh, mate.
It's horrific, really.
So funny.
I don't know what type of person it takes, but they must be very bored individuals and probably think it's a bit of a joke. It's fucking hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
I think this is fantastic.
And it needs to be said that it wasn't us.
No, it wasn't us. No. I'm saying this right now. We're not bragging. It definitely was one of the kids, though, probably on their school break.
Yeah, easily. Like
Just going back to be, let's put a nickname and have one of the teachers.
Cunt flaps.
But they say it's more of a nuisance. They wasted limited council money. The cunt flaps have since been cleared off the pavement. It actually says that.
They could have just like changed it though, couldn't they?
I must say,
like
the council, to their credit, said they aimed to remove the offensive graffiti within 2 hours of it being reported by telephone.
I mean, but when you think about it, like cunt becomes aunt so easily.
Yes.
Just change it.
Does, yeah. Aunt flaps.
Yeah, or just like change the U to an O. It's just continued flaps.
Continued flaps.
Continued flaps.
Keep on flapping. Amazing. Amazing. Cunt flaps written on the pavement. Incredible. I don't even know. They say graffiti. It's probably just done in chalk. I don't know.
I would like that to become an epidemic.
Oh, I just hate it.
Like,
Keeps
it just
popping up outside
continuously
schools.
happens. Yeah.
Outside schools.
I would love that. That'd be so good.
Outside schools, yes.
I want that to be the new...
and then they could do like Jap's eye. Oh, that's
I want
racist.
that to be the new cat killer.
Foreskin.
Foreskin. Excess.
Just foreskin excess.
Excess willy skin.
Doberman ears. Yes.
I want to meet the person that decided that cutting off the skin that hides the helmet was a good idea.
Apparently, it's very clean. It's very good.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
A lot of porn stars prefer it. Even the women prefer the men to be circumcised.
Why?
Don't know. Gets in the way, isn't it? As you've noticed, this episode, we're just going in with a lot of random stories we've encountered over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we cover the Olympics. That's about all you're going to get from us.
Yes.
But yes, this is something that's happening in Switzerland.
Wow.
In the next year or so in Geneva, they are going to be opening what is known as the Fellatio Cafe.
Please elaborate.
I think the clue is in the title, but I'll go straight in.
Yes, a cafe.
It will be a coffee shop where you can get coffee and oral sex for a price.
Is it at the table? Is everyone in front of each other?
I mean, I can only assume that
Is there
it's
somebody
more of a private
sat? Is there
matter.
somebody sat under the tables waiting for you, or maybe a trap door underneath the
who
table?
knows? Who knows?
And I assume,
unfortunately, there's not a lot of
and I
information.
assume oral sex. So it could be it's men and women who can give and receive oral sex.
I would assume that would be the option. Otherwise, I mean, how many?
You don't want to drop hot coffee over someone.
You don't
performing an oral sex act on you.
The last thing you want when you have a penis in your mouth is to get a latte dropped on your head.
Yeah, a hot one too.
Hot latte, mate.
Give a hot latte.
Oh, she took my hot latte.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird, really. Basically, it says here a bizarre new Swift. A bizarre new Swiss.
Taylor Swift, there is she?
Fuck that bitch. Fucking hate that woman. A bizarre new Swiss cafe will allow customers to order oral sex with their cup of coffee.
Wow. You want a blowjob with that? 1 lump or 2?
Literally. Do you literally want a blowjob with that? The £42 deal will be offered at a shop in Geneva, which is due to open at the end of the year. That's a pretty good price, isn't it?
It depends. Do you get to refill your coffee afterwards?
I would assume not, because your balls are unloaded.
Yeah.
It's like
I reckon you should get more than one coffee.
I require more than one refill.
Is it cheaper if you don't have the coffee?
I mean, I don't know how it works. I'm assuming like a fairly big percentage goes to the fellatio giver. But do they make the coffee as well?
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Are they a barrister and a prostitute?
Yeah. Is there a queue? Are you waiting in line while someone gets finished off and then the coffee's made?
That morning rush has got
Is it like
terrible.
is it like you go to a Costa and at the counter there's an actual glory hole in the counter where you order your coffee?
What if this place was open and you didn't you were in a rush to go to work and you're just like, oh fuck,
Yeah, got the kids with me nipping for a quick
just
coffee.
like, oh fuck, I'm in a
Get a kidduccino.
Oh, that looks like a coffee shop. I'm just gonna go in there and get a coffee and sit down. And you sit down having your coffee, just like, oh, I've got a big day.
Oh
What
my!
who are you? Like, well, no, that is nice. Yes,
That is
but,
nice. Ooh. Didn't we go to school together? You've done well for yourself, haven't you?
So you're a barrister.
So you make coffee. It's great. Nice place you have here.
Yeah. So yeah, this is apparently.
Are there any already in existence?
Yeah, there's. It's been copied from similar popular cafes in Thailand.
That makes sense.
Now you've been to Thailand, Greg.
Yes.
Do you remember seeing
Coffee
any
was
blowjob?
great.
Do you ever see any noshing coffee shops?
No. I mean, I never went. To be honest with you, apart from like Starbucks, the regular ones you would think.
Yeah.
I didn't really see any like coffee shops because I'd always have coffee at like the hotel breakfast buffet.
See, it says here. This is a great finisher to the article. Well, not a finisher. It was midway through.
Whee!
Bradley Chevette from Face Girl.
Okay, it's weird.
Told Swiss newspaper Le Matin that men will be able to order a drink and then make themselves comfortable in the cafe's bar.
So
it's like
it isn't
it's
a bar.
open. Like
Yeah.
it sounds like it's going to be open.
You could literally be having meetings. You could be sitting there like in Starbucks on your laptop writing your novel.
In 5 or 10 minutes, it's all over.
Wow, and then you've
The
got to drink
full-
your coffee and go.
The full service will make the coffee one of the most expensive in the city and probably Europe at an eye-watering 60 Swiss francs, about £42.
So imagine you can't actually get your coffee to go then. Well, you could, but you wouldn't
No.
have the bloke.
Imagine if you had to get up and she's just like, you walk off and there's just a woman attached to your cock by the mouth just being dragged down the street while you run for the bus. It's like,
You have to have the complete service, sir.
oh God, she fucking claimed.
So it did say just men.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
A bit unfair, isn't it?
I would totally be. I would go there and just be like, "Hey, look, if you need like one of these for women."
It depends, to be fair, who's walking
God,
in.
yeah, there's an idea.
It would be anyone.
Especially if it's like one of those mothers
Although,
meetings. A mother's
meetings,
Imagine a
breastfeeding,
mother's
baby
meeting.
club.
Just there, like
Baby
fucking hell.
club, they all sat there breastfeeding their babies, just getting eaten out
Fucking
by
8 of them here.
Joe
Jesus.
Jackson under the table.
Joe Jackson.
Hi, I am Joe. I will be your
I will be your
your
servant.
nosher today.
I will be.
Any preference?
I will be pleasuring your vagina until you reach orgasm.
I am
today.
just going to have a breath mint first. It will sting you.
This is great. This is fucking.
Here
I'm
is
down
a
with this.
put on your bib and down you go.
Critics have
You
blasted.
have to wear a hairnet for health and safety reasons.
You would. I mean, no, because it's not using food, is it? They're not handling food. They're just handling penises.
Yeah, I
with
assume
their
they don't-
mouths. A mouth net. They have a mouth net.
Mouth net, yeah.
It's basically
I
like
imagine they're
a
going
femidom
to. They
in
would
there
have
now.
to make them wear a condom though, surely, because
Who
then-
knows? I don't
Well,
know. I mean,
it's-
I don't think.
You'll get
I mean,
herpes in the mouth,
men,
or you
do
get
men,
AIDS.
like,
Can't you get AIDS if someone's?
I mean, I don't think street hookers like are telling men who want to get like a blowjob to put a condom on.
Some are, I heard.
I heard. Nice cover up, dude. Nice cover up. It's that geese dropping.
When I was
you heard,
geese dropping down, when I was geese dropping down the back alleys.
Aaron Hampstead.
I do a lot for this podcast. I hide in trash cans and wait down the popular
Well, now I
spots. and
feel
listen up.
bad. I mean, Jesus. It says critics have blasted the proposals, claiming only those setting up the business will benefit from it. Yeah.
I mean, I remember walking down the street in Copenhagen with Lee and seeing like women getting banged behind skips and seeing prostitutes get in. We walked down this road and like, holy shit, there's a lot of prostitutes down here. Not even on just coming out of random places. And this guy got on his bike and like thanked her and rode off from behind the skip. And we walked past and I didn't see any condoms on the floor, to be fair.
Nah.
Unless he leaves it in her for the next person, which is polite.
Oh, fucking hell. She's probably got like a fucking bin bag in there.
The old diaphragm.
It's got like an old like money like,
Money
one of
bag.
the little money bags.
And then she just keeps it and sells it on.
Do you think that's £20 worth?
Sells it on, yeah. That's what they use to trade when they get back. When they
it says
get
it can hold 20 £20 coins.
when
but-
they get back to the staff room, they use it to trade.
Ooh.
Take them shelves too.
Ooh. So yeah, it looks like in the future in Switzerland there could be some sort of
Switzerland of all places surprises me. I thought like Sweden would have got there
neutral
first, maybe.
Neutral.
Yeah, that's true. They
I
are
would have
neutral.
thought Amsterdam of all places. Imagine that Amsterdam coffee shop. You go in,
Get high.
an actual coffee, buy a bag of weed, sit down, roll yourself into a coma.
But they have the red light district, don't they?
They do have the red light district, but I mean that way you can combine a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, how many when we went over there was coffee shops with like a separate section for if you wanted to mong out.
Was
And
there?
it was,
Wow.
in the fucking, I mean, it wasn't a mong out room, but it was all UV lit.
Oh,
and
yeah,
super
yeah,
dark,
of course.
And
Yeah,
it was just
yeah.
people just smoking bongs in there and
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
fucking
yeah. Fair
wrecked.
enough.
Oh, mate, do you remember we were in that time when a girl was outraged? She had to buy water.
Yeah, ridiculous. She wanted tap water.
The girl behind the bar was just like, yeah, we're a business.
Yeah, she was like, fuck off. They were from Paris, weren't they?
Yeah, they had no clue. Even we were sat
can't
there
just-
after they left, and like the Russian, the Russian waitress girl, like turned to us who was behind the bar, was just like, and I was like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like,
They basically just showed up, asked for tap water,
Yeah.
and then went to sit in there and smoke their weed.
yeah, it was a complete piss take.
It's like showing up at a restaurant, asking for tap water, and then eating your own ready meal.
Yep, very much.
Taking
Yep.
your McDonald's
Imagine
into
that.
Nando's.
Yeah. I did see a thing the other day.
Taking
with,
Frangos into
I
Nando's.
did see it was a Nando's burrito, but it's not made by Nando's. Someone just ordered a load of Nando's and turned it into a
Oh,
burrito.
amazing. Okay,
It's
that's
all
cool.
like the spicy rice.
Yeah,
and
that
all
sounds
shit.
nice, actually.
Sounds good, right?
Just took her in their own wrap. Yeah, I could do that.
Lovely.
Get takeaway, you can make it at home.
Yeah, there's bare prostitutes.
That
in
sounds
Brazil.
that sounds like another YouTube video for us.
We could do that.
We just buy Frangos, bring it back here, and put
Yeah.
it into a wrap and film it.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do that.
Great. Look out for that video, everyone. It's going to be very exciting.
It's very good. Oh, it's gonna be great. Oh, it's gonna be great.
What else? Okay, so what else you got for us?
Well, we could take a little trip to Joe's Corner of Fear.
Oh, you keep saying fear. It's just Joe's Corner now,
It's
isn't it?
Joe's Corner. Mate, it's in my head now. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
We're going to go to Joe's Corner, his dank little filthy corner.
Just walking through me
Got
wet.
my squidgy boots on.
Just walking through me wet patch. Yes, welcome back to my corner of just a load of stupid bollocks. Today, I saw this. This has come about from me seeing something, but I'll get into that in a minute. I'm just going to read this. 3 years ago, a German waitress named Dogma Polzin fell in love with a murderer while waiting at a Hamburg bus stop. She saw his photo on a Benetton anti-death penalty poster. Bobby Lee Harris, a North Carolina man with an IQ of 75, was on death row for stabbing his boss to death.
His broth. His broth.
And drink.
Stabbing his broth to get to oh, fuck, drink.
Yep. See what happens when you try and impersonate it? You actually fuck up. Bobby Lee Harris of North Carolina had the IQ of 75, was on death row for stabbing his boss to stabbing his boss to death during a robbery on a shrimp boat. Posen was overwhelmed by the picture.
Not surprised.
It was something in his eyes.
Ooh.
There was no
I can
remorse.
see it in his eyes.
There was this remorse, sadness. I was attracted. I knew he was the one. Within the year, Posen and Harris were engaged.
Fuck.
And she had moved to America to live with his family.
Dreams can happen.
This story seems a little surprising, but if you see the picture that Dagmar fell in love with, frankly, it's astonishing. I can't find this picture.
Oh.
I know, it's just words. I've got a wee, like, it's...
I'm sure we'll find a picture of him.
No, you know what the problem
put
is?
on the
I got
Facebook
it,
page.
No, I got it off the fucking Guardian website, so of course there's no pictures.
Yeah, of course.
Although,
she just saw-
on a side note, there is a fucking article here saying Crocodile Dundee star looks unrecognisable now.
Yeah, well, that's clickbait.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be a picture
I wasn't
of Noel
expecting
Gallagher.
That. Wasn't expecting that from the from the Guardian. Wasn't expecting that from the Guardian. Clickbait cunts.
Fucking cunts.
So basically, yeah, something that's just taken.
She just saw his picture on a poster. And
She saw his picture being used in an anti-death penalty campaign.
Does it say if he escaped the death
I
penalty?
mean, it's a long article, dude. I mean, I didn't read all of it.
Oh, okay.
I can read it now if you want.
Okay, yeah, so sit here for 20 minutes.
Yeah, if you just talk for a bit.
I just wanted to know if he's dead now. Like, because they're engaged, but she's engaged to a man that's going to be injected.
I think
and
that was
put down like a dog.
I mean,
So he stabbed his boss. That's why he's there. He cracked.
he tried to rob a shrimp boat.
Lieutenant Dan.
when he realised
That's where I found that shrimp forest. Over there.
When he
I've been
realised
stabbed.
when he realised it wasn't Forrest Gump, he soon decided that this was the worst mistake of his life. But yeah, this is really just about prisoners that get like a lot of fan mail.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Like it's fucking ridiculous.
I see stories in the paper all the time about someone engaged to somebody on death row that they've just because you just write. It's like people that write to soldiers. You can just like pen pal scheme, isn't it? People you can sign up to it, but. Like you say, this whole anti-death penalty thing, they obviously have programs where you can get in touch with people on death row.
Yeah.
Or just in prison in general. Because didn't a woman marry like a murderer like in prison? I swear something they got married in prison once.
There is a little bit of information here
fantastic.
of some of our favourite famous serial killers from the 70s and 80s.
Fantastic.
Serial killer Richard Ramirez, the
Yes,
Night Stalker.
Night Stalker, yes.
Killed and dismembered 13 people in the 80s. He got married in a prison waiting room in 1996 to a lady called, what was her name? Doreen Leoy.
Oh, was she a prison guard?
No, she started writing to him after falling for his picture in the paper. I really hope it's the one where he's got the pentagram on
Yes,
his
I hope
fucking
it's that.
palm.
I hope it's that one too.
I read something today apparently that said like Ramirez would literally just pick someone in the courtroom to stare at, and he would stare at them without blinking.
Terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely
I
terrifying.
would love to be that person though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That'd be awesome. What
I'd
a
stare
story.
back.
What a
I'd
story.
stare back until he killed
I'd
me.
pull faces unless they declared him being released, and I'd run.
Yeah.
You're free to go. I'm out of here.
See you, bub. Ted Bundy attracted gangs of admiring
He was an
groupies.
attractive man though.
He was very handsome.
He was a very handsome
It
serial
was,
killer.
but also I think it was just his character. He's had a very people I think were attracted to. He's
Yeah.
he's
The ladies in the office he worked at liked him very much.
Classic sociopath.
yeah.
You know? Even John Wayne Gacy.
Wow. Was it a boy that was writing him? Was it a man?
And he married a woman.
Wow, really?
He met whilst waiting for death penalty. I don't know. I mean,
What,
I don't.
in the queue?
I don't know.
Next up.
You know, like to me, I don't understand it in the way of from both sides. I don't understand it. I don't understand why a murderer would want to get married, like to someone they've never
Because
met before.
it means they might have a few minutes in the consummation chapter.
Oh,
That's
that's
called.
true.
You know,
That's very true.
they're just doing it to get. They don't care. They're going to be dead soon. They're going to get laid.
This
That's your last meal. With what you want right there, isn't it?
Pussy. Yeah, no.
Find
This
me a
all
wife.
all of this sort of stemmed from seeing a picture of the guy James Holmes.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy that shot up the cinema when
Yeah,
Dark
yeah.
Knight was premiering. I saw a picture of his prison cell where he has a notice board, and there is like 25 pictures of chicks on it. And I'm not gonna lie, man, they're kind of looking a little bit hot.
Wow.
Like, there's girls in, like, I mean, I got it here. Like, there's girls in, like, just posing on their beds. There's, hang on, where is it? Yeah, like,
I've joined at Joe's mic now.
hello.
Wow, they are. Are they actually them? Do you reckon?
I think so.
a
I
shit
mean, that's
picture in
like,
the middle.
I mean, that's, yeah.
Whoa, how they let him have this? She's in her underwear.
Yeah, you'd think they'd block it out, wouldn't
That
you?
one's a bit suspect.
That's
looks old as fuck.
some of them are, yeah, no, some of them are a bit suspect, but like, I my favourite is green jumper lady
green
on
jumper
bed.
lady, yeah.
But like, yeah, so like, he's got like just a lot of chicks
Wow.
just sending him like fucking.
Sexy photos of themselves, probably with sexting love notes.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, I think they have to block out certain things, like from like prison like letters that are sent to them. They're allowed to like mark out stuff.
That's a shame, isn't it? I can't wait to suck your block.
Yeah,
He'll be like, what does it mean?
that actually works. Apparently he's received hundreds of pages of fan mail.
Wow.
Some stained with lipstick, so-called blood and perfume.
This is insane.
Yeah, it's fucking messed up. Yeah.
So that's what you have to do to get that much female attention.
It would appear that way. Yep.
Maybe it's the whole they want what they can't have, these girls. Maybe because obviously something's got to be said for these girls. Not all women. I'm just saying. Is there any talk of like guys writing to like women in prison and death row? There must be.
How many dick pics do you think Eileen Woodross would have got? She's like, get those devil hands. There's well, it says here like one of the letters. It just says as a quote. It just says, "You are my darling, sweet as a dove in the morning dew, like a blast of sunlight in my soul."
Wow.
One identified woman wrote him while professing her love, including photos of my kids and I. She sent him a picture of her and her kids.
Why?
You are incredibly mysterious, and I'm drawn to that. He's not
He's
mysterious.
not serious. He shut up a cinema.
He's a very naughty boy.
He's a very naughty boy. Maybe that's what it is, like mother instincts kicking in. Wanting to protect him.
Man, who knows? It could be. I mean, it's. I think there's some psychological.
Because there's a lot. I was still in the paper recently about. There's a lot of like guards who end up having relationships with inmates, especially lesbian ones. There was one in the paper yesterday about. She's a very pretty lady. She was like mid-20s maybe, and she was sacked and facing sentence for having a full-blown sexual relationship with an inmate there who was some sort of stabbed someone or murder or something.
I think that happens more often than we're actually told about.
Of course, yeah.
It's one of those situations. Very
and you
much
don't
like
see as many
the shadow government.
because obviously the guys do this, but the guys ones aren't put in the papers as much. But the guys having sex with school kids are like they are. The guys are the paedophiles, and the girls are the ones writing the murderers.
Yeah.
That's the world media's building for us to see. But really, I'm pretty sure it happens all over the gender.
Yeah, I like this as well. That hang on, where was it? I just read it and I nearly fucking laughed whilst you were talking. So he's called James Holmes, right? Mm-hmm. So apparently the girls are now referring to themselves as Holmies.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Many of his so-called homies had after all carpooled and flew across the country to see him in court.
They all went to see him?
I mean, 12 people. Oh, no, that's how many people he killed. Sorry.
Are they holding like banners with his name?
I don't know, man.
Whooping and cheering for him, flashing their boobs in court?
Very, very strange.
He could only ever have one of them. Like, so many as he likes, I guess, if he was out. I mean, they all get to go in the consummation truck with him?
Nah.
12 orgy?
I don't think the prison system's going to allow an orgy.
No. Maybe a blowjob of a coffee.
Wait, this one may or may not be written in menstrual blood.
Oh.
That's a quote from the article. Oh, dear Lord. That's just... I mean, I don't get it.
I mean, if I was in prison or something horrible like that, I would like to get sent letters
if you did
sexy photos.
If you were in prison for like murdering like 15 people and you were just sort of sat there thinking like that was good fun, can't wait to do that again.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get a letter just from some random lady from the other side of the planet just sort of saying like, I'm completely entranced by you. Here's a photo of me.
Can he write back? He can, can't he?
They can, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're again like their things are. So like their stuff is edited in case they're just like I'm being mistreated here, because they'll just be like zip Tipex the fuck out of that. But like I think as well, I mean obviously the person getting most or getting the best kind of action was Charles Manson.
Oh yes, okay.
He did very well.
He's fucking. They love him.
Balls deep,
mate.
I think there was one.
He was going to get married, wasn't he? Not long ago. He was set to get married.
He was
wasn't
set
he?
to get married.
She was pretty. She was quite pretty. She was really hot. Yeah.
She looked like
she was young.
Kevin Smith's wife.
And she was young too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was like 25.
Wow.
And he's like what 89.
Yeah, something like that.
He's
now,
like late 80s.
Yeah.
But then they called it off because he found out that she apparently wanted his body after death. After he died, she wanted to like preserve his body. That's
romantic.
No,
that's quite romantic.
No.
I hope if I go before Lizzie, she wants to preserve my body.
Fill his cock with cement. Fucking ride it into the new millennium.
That'd be horrible. You wear it away, just be the cement left.
Man, it's just so weird. I never understood it. Like it's just kind of the weirdest thing where, because you would every now and again, like in a newspaper or like on those fucking trashy magazines, you're just I married the man who killed my 3 children. And it's just
and
like,
now we're expecting.
Now we're expecting triplets. And he's just there with like the evilest grin. It's like, I can't wait.
Knife behind his back that you can just see. Yeah. I promise I won't do it again. His fingers are crossed. Like,
oh man, I can't wait to eat that umbilical cord.
I'm going to wrap you in your fucking neck and show you but I'm so happy we're having it good.
3 of them.
I'm going to be right fucking up in them guts. Literally, with my knife.
Why have you bought 3 baguettes?
I'm hungry.
I'm very hungry. I like bread. I like a lot of bread. So yeah, people are fucked, really.
Speaking of people being fucked, we had a very popular story, one of our favourite subjects. We got a lot of coverage.
We had good fun with this.
We actually have a incest story of the week.
I like that. That's a good jingle.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? It just made it up on the spot. It just came to me. We should go and how to write a tune with that.
Wait, I'm gonna see if I can top it. Okay. I'm a parent and have sex with my kids.
My kids.
There you go.
So there's definitely been a lot of coverage of this. Quite, I say popular in terms of it got a lot of shares and reads on Facebook. I think it even trended at one point. A big full-blown incest story because they are standing together.
They are, yeah.
Even though they're being legally kept apart, they are standing
by the judicial system.
Yes, they are standing together to defend their love and relationship, and they will still be together. Because Joe, you have the story in front of you. Why don't you elaborate on this story a bit more for those who aren't aware of this amazing story?
A mother and son whose forbidden love affair would land them in each with lengthy jail sentences have declared they are madly in love and nothing will tear them apart. Monica Mayers, 36, and her son Caleb Peterson, 19, face up to 18 months in prison if found guilty of incest after trial later in this year in New Mexico. But the mother and son couple have vowed to fight for their right to have sexual relationships and are appealing to the public to donate to their legal fund.
Amazing.
Not going to get a lot of that. That GoFundMe's...
People are standing by them. There are people standing by them. There's full-blown Twitter accounts defending them.
Ridiculous.
So there's an actual term for this, isn't it? Because she gave him up for She gave him up for adoption.
She gave him, yeah. So
she gave him up for adoption when she was like 15 or 16 or something.
She gave birth, and then when she was 16 years old, she gave birth to him, and he was adopted shortly after. Oh, there's a picture of them kissing.
And she's gone on to have.
I didn't see the picture of them kissing.
Yeah. And she's got loads of kids now, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's got 9 kids altogether.
9 kids, yeah.
9 kids.
And he found her... And there's a term for this, right? Isn't there a term? I can't remember the term. But a term for like when an adopted child gets reintroduced to their parents, they end up like falling in love. It can happen.
Yeah, no, it's they've decided to go public with their affair in a bid to raise awareness of genetic sexual attraction relationships.
There it is.
Amazing. GSA.
There it is. GSA.
Man.
Sounds like it's a good tagline.
Sounds like
It's a good abbreviation there.
It's like in in Arrested Development when they have the charity function
the TBC,
for TBA.
TBA, yeah. They don't know what it's for yet. Everyone starts giving money for TBA.
So funny. The mum is quoted here saying, "He is the love of my life, and I don't want to lose him. My kids love him. That's because your kids are his brother and sisters. My whole family does. Funny that. Nothing can come between us. Not courts or jail. Nothing.
It can.
I have to be with him. When I get out of Princeton, I will move out of Clovis to a state that allows us to be together. Incest is a crime in all 50 states." Followed up quickly there.
Yeah, very quickly, yeah.
Mother of 9 says she would even give up the right to see her other children.
Oh, shit.
If she was asked to choose between them and her lover.
Wow, he's 19, right?
19.
And she's... like,
that's a piece of shit, mum.
Yeah, and she's like 40-something, isn't she?
She's 36.
36, and he's 90 fucking.
What
hell.
a piece of
She
shit.
has been busy.
She's got face tattoos, man.
She has...
Like, I'm not saying that's a piece of shit. That's not at all, but like... they look like prison tattoos.
Yeah.
So yeah, the couple who currently live separately in Clovis, New Mexico, and are banned from having any contact with each other by the courts, first embarked on the love affair towards the end of last year. Mayers was just 16 when she gave birth to Peterson, whose pre-adopted name was Carlos, and he was adopted as a baby.
Nice.
The 36-year-old who didn't raise Peterson saw him for the first time in 18 years last Christmas when she picked him up at his adopted father's house in Texas.
And then they banged.
Well, it looks to have gone that way. He brought him to her home after the pair got in touch on Facebook. The couple soon developed romantic feelings for each other, and their relationship became sexual a few weeks later.
Nice.
The first time I met my son in person, I was so happy and excited. I gave him a big hug. I went to go pick him up at his dad's house in Texas. He gave me a call and asked me to pick him up, and I got butterflies in my stomach.
And tingling in my nether regions.
You got semen in your womb as well, didn't you?
So there's a video you can watch on the various websites.
So bad.
It's so funny. It's like them being spoken to separately as they can't be together, but it's like got sad music over it, and he's like walking through a park, and it's just him like walking through a park and like longingly looking into the distance,
So
and occasionally just like looking up at the trees and like standing by a fence. Like it's just like it's like you could literally put a love song over it, and it could be a music video. It could be a music video to Kiss Some Rose. In fact, I'd love to see the footage of that interview with Kiss Some Rose over it. We kissed, and that led to other
I'm
things.
pretty sure as well, one of the facial tattoos is a rose.
Oh, it makes sense. So there we are.
Maybe it's just the angle I'm
fits.
looking at, and I don't really know, but yeah, she's...
Is she attractive?
Is she?
Is she attractive? I know the answer, but just for the viewers.
No.
No, she's
No,
not
she is
attractive.
not.
No,
No,
she's not attractive.
she is not.
He's quite a good-looking lad, though, isn't he?
He's a good-looking lad for 19. Looks a bit
Yeah.
gormless in this fucking mugshot, but like...
Mugshot, was he arrested? Oh, of course they were, yeah.
yeah, of course he was. He banged his mum.
So it was, I swear it was like neighbours that
Greg,
complained.
50 states. Illegal.
50 states of incest.
50 states of incest.
That would be the title of their movie.
Oh,
man.
I just want to see if there's any other really good quotes. She said it felt different because she didn't raise him as her child, yet after all these years, he came back to her.
Wow.
It felt
And he
like I
got
met
back
someone...
inside where he came from.
It felt like I met somebody new in my life and fell in love with him. She continued. At first I told him, I'm sorry, I don't know how you are going to react to this. I'm your mum and you're my son, but I'm falling in love with you. And he said, you know what? I am too. I was scared to let you know.
Ah, so romantic.
Yeah. We talked about it and we took off to the park. Would you ever date your mum? And he said, would you ever date your son? Nice retort.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
got her on the run.
Yeah. Fair enough to get any.
And I said, honest truth, yes, I would.
Honest truth. Wow, for fuck, she said that before. In case he
right.
thought she was lying. I love the fact he was like, actually, no, I wouldn't. No, me neither.
No. Just like, oh yeah, no, me neither.
No,
That's
please
great.
drink this lemonade I've made you. I guarantee you it's not drugged.
Yeah, there's no Spanish fly in this.
There's nothing in this, no. Now you're in me. Sorry.
Oh, there's a great picture here of him wearing a trilby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that sums it all up. That all makes
That's
sense.
it. No, it makes sense, mate. I'm not lying. It actually suits him.
It all
I totally
makes-
see why she banged him.
It all makes sense
Look
now.
at that fucking fedora wearing cunt.
Wow. Oh, they look like quite a nice couple.
No, they don't. No, they don't at all, Greg. You're forgetting. Mother and son.
I wish them the best of luck.
No, you don't. Fucking lying.
You know I like it to always have a happy ending.
I know you're a fucking incest defence lawyer. Don't worry, I know.
They've hired me.
Now, all about... Oh, mate, I would laugh my fucking ass off. Watching you in court, we were watching, like, Charlie from Always Sunny in court.
I'd like to call to the stand the condom used in question. So we're going to keep an eye on this story because hopefully there will be updates.
I'm kind of under the assumption that there would be developments. Oh, there's a picture of him holding a rose.
Oh, I see. It's perfect.
There you go. Oh, and then there's a picture of her holding the rose. Oh, it was her holding the rose. No, it was him holding the rose, and then the next picture's her holding the rose.
Because they can't actually be together, so they're taking it in turns to hold the same rose
No.
for the photos made. But there was a story not long ago, I swear it was some minutes ago as well, of a similar...
Wait. Dayton Chavez, Mayor's ex and father of two of her sons, says that he fully supports the fucking relationship.
Well, because it keeps her off his back.
That's a valid point.
She's probably doing his nutting. He's probably just like, fuck, she's banging her son. This means I'm going to get custody of my kids.
Yeah.
And she will leave me the fuck alone.
I'm going to get me some free...
He doesn't want 9 of the kids. He only wants 2 of them that are his.
Going to get me some free money.
Was he like, her brother or something as well?
It didn't... it just said, like, ex. So maybe.
Yeah,
Kept it pretty brief.
ex-sibling and father of 2 of her child.
Oh, dude, it's so weird.
2 of her child. 2 of her children.
It's so weird.
So we'll see if they end up in prison, and we'll let you know. Maybe they'll... Oh, mate, then they get to prison.
I reckon...
If they go to prison, we can start writing her.
I genuinely reckon...
And send photos of ourselves to her.
Oh, let's do that.
That'd be amazing.
Let's definitely do
we should
that.
do that.
Let's definitely do that.
We're 2
Hi.
young hip brothers. And we were found on the doorsteps of a church many, many years ago when we were 12. And we were looking for a new mother figure, and we saw your story with your son, and it moved us so much. So we're now writing to you. Here's some sexy pictures of us in our swimming gear.
We'll both just get Speedos. Oh, that'd be brilliant. What a great day.
We will, of course, put this on the Facebook page when this episode comes out. Even though it's an old story now, we will, of course, share it so you can have
old news, isn't
so
it?
You can
It's
have
old news.
So, yeah, but we specialise in old
When
news
was this? When was this article released? When was this?
It was a couple of days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, like, I mean, it was... No, we found it a couple of days ago, but I wasn't, like... Oh, yeah, no, 8th of August. Okay, so this is still ongoing.
It was Monday.
Updated, 11th.
Wow.
Hang on, I want to see the update. I want to see the update. Greg, we haven't seen the update.
They're both dead.
I hope it says update in big, bold words so I can find it. Because this is... Oh, mate, this is a long article. This is a really long article.
There's a lot of story in here. We're kind of just going through it here and there, but it's a big old story.
Oh, mate, the final line.
Countdown.
Oh, mate, the GoFundMe page is here as well.
Please go fund them.
The final quote of the article. You can't tell me who to love, who not to love.
That's a song. Someone's got to write a song. Please.
You can't tell me who to love,
Please,
and who not to love.
You two, cunt Bono,
I can just
make them a song.
I can imagine Chris Pratt, but as his
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt,
Oh, right.
but like as Andy.
Yeah.
You know, he always has like the Pearl Jam voice.
Yeah.
They're all in the pit.
What was their song? His band called Rat Fuck or Rat Trap or Rat
no, Rat
Mouse?
Fuck's Rat Fuck's from
the
Shite
Shite
Podcast. Shout out Rat Fuck.
Yeah, shout out to the Shite Podcast and Sindul's Drunken Hat Reviews.
Holler at the boys. Oh mate, yeah, that was brilliant. Great fun. Genuinely looks hungover and wishes that he wasn't in that car.
Yes, wearing hats that he
Wearing
pulls
hats.
off a lot. He pulls off all the hats he tries on.
I am very much in envy of him pulling off that cowboy hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, should we see how much their GoFundMe's
Yes,
on?
please. Let's have a look at the GoFundMe page.
Let's have a look.
So, is there a description on the GoFundMe page of what they're?
Crowdfunding for everyone.
We're officially now at a time where we can find funding for incest.
Yeah, it's
people.
badass.
People.
Wait, hang on. No, this is just.
Who says dreams can't come true? Hey?
Hang on. No, this is just taking me to the website.
Let this be a lesson for all of you.
It hasn't
people.
taken me to the.
Do you reckon they've taken it down?
Yeah, I reckon.
Do you think it's been taken down?
Yeah, I reckon. You ever gone on the GoFundMe page?
No, never.
That's bullshit.
I see it all the time.
Yeah, I see it all the
Like
time.
a lot of people do. Like they put even like they do it for games, for films, even like quite big directors and people do it for their own projects and stuff. Because number one rule is don't put your own money into your projects like that.
Yeah.
Get funded.
Do you reckon we should put one up as a joke?
Well,
What would be
it's
our
essentially a Patreon page, isn't it?
What would our
Because you podcast do it all the time.
what would our GoFundMe be funding?
This.
Because I was thinking like we could do it to like so we
Rum.
could. That's not a bad idea actually. That's pretty good.
We need rum for the podcast.
We need rum for the podcast. Yeah. Okay. We'll do
Don't
that.
buy us the rum. We shall buy the wrong one, even if we tell you what it is.
Just send us the money. We'll sort the rum out.
Yes, we'll handle the rest. We'll do the hard work. Don't worry about that.
Rio Athletics, medical, volunteer,
It's gonna be all of that,
education,
isn't it? It's gonna be all of that.
memorials. Yeah.
But there are ones where it is people making their own projects and short films and what have you.
I think our friend Aaron Short tried to do that.
Yes. Then it never got mentioned again.
Never got mentioned.
Never
yeah.
got mentioned again,
Fucked
yeah.
it. You know what? He doesn't listen to this, so I don't care. I fucking hate Aaron.
You can be a bit self-righteous.
Can be a bit self-righteous.
You can be.
Fucking Aaron, man.
So, as we step further away from the amazement that is incest, we were going to leave the incest.
I mean that's coming from the mouth of the defendant. So
Yes,
I mean,
we were going to have incest as instead of an agony aunt, but then something popped up and we were like, oh my god, maybe we should do an agony aunt. So we weren't going to do one because we've done so many recently, and obviously we had shitloads with when my wife's on the show last episode, who apparently everyone quite enjoyed. So I thought that might have got a lot of hate for having the wife on the show.
You trying to say that everyone enjoyed your wife?
Yes, everyone enjoyed my wife. Yes.
Phrasing, Greg. We barely said cunt last episode, I think, just because there was a lady present.
Yeah, and she says it more than fucking me.
I know.
To be fair.
So, that's why I like your wife. Just on during our break of throwing ice cubes at buckets, I came across this on the last podcast page.
So here is you didn't ask for it, but here's your advice anyway.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want you to look at listen to your talks. I don't want your advice. Just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we'll not be held accountable for inedible heartbreak. Thank you. Agony.
Okay, so I have a new boyfriend. Yay! And we have been seeing each other for about a month now.
Ooh.
Anyway, the other night we had like a Twilight marathon because I love Twilight.
Really?
Really?
Oh.
And a dream of mine is to have a vampire boyfriend.
Oh, so sexy.
I've been experimenting with eating my own blood ever since Twilight books first came out.
What?
Yeah, she eats her own blood.
What?
Yeah.
Drinks it?
Drinks her own blood. Well, no, it just says I've been experimenting with eating my own blood.
Interesting.
I didn't realise you could eat blood.
Jello shots.
Maybe like scabs. Maybe she's picking scabs. Don't give me that shit. It's fine. It's an absolutely fine act.
Yeah, but not when you see other people do it. It's fine when you do it. Carry on.
Have you ever had someone actually pick your scab for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of badass.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how much it hurts. They just keep going. I've been experimenting with eating my own blood ever since the Twilight books first came out, and I consider myself a vampire now. I usually just save the blood I use naturally each month.
How does she save it?
Well, I usually just keep the tampons in the freezer, etc., and suck on them and eat them later.
Suck on them.
So gross. I decided that I would try and turn my new boyfriend. So I've been cooking my blood into his food when he comes over. I have tried making blood pudding as well, but that only works if I've had... Oh my God. I wish I'd read this before I wish I wasn't reading this for the first time now. I didn't get this far down, but it's... Oh, this is... So I've been cooking with blood in. I've been cooking my blood into his food when he comes over. I tried to make blood pudding as well, but that only works after I've had a heavy flow. Oh. You need a lot of blood. So I usually just add a little bit of blood into his marinade or pasta sauce. He has absolutely no idea. I've been doing this for about 3 or 4 weeks. Do you think he would be a vampire by now?
I think he should fucking punch you in the face.
I would, mate, if a girl had said to me, like, look,
What do you think's going to happen? He's just going to be like, for some reason, I fancy blood.
Just sat down, just imagine being sat down, like your girlfriend calls you over, is like, look, we need to have a talk. And she's just like,
You're like, oh my God, you're pregnant?
This isn't going to come easy. So please don't get mad.
No, I won't.
You're
pregnant, aren't you? You're pregnant.
No, it's not as severe as pregnancy. Don't worry. We could just, push me down the stairs. Everything will be fine. Chuck me off the roof. And so I like Twilight.
Oh, like a bit of role play you want to do, perhaps?
No. Just I'm a fan.
Avid. Yeah, you watched those films so many fucking times.
I like
it's crazy.
Vampires.
So many fucking times.
I like vampires, and I'd like to be a vampire.
But you won't watch Blade. You say Blade's not a good vampire film. It does my fucking head in. It's a great fucking vampire film.
There's not a lot of like spousal abuse in it.
Twilight.
So yes. Because I consider myself a vampire, I wanted to live the rest of my immortal life with you. Which would mean that you would have to become a vampire. Well, now...
Dress up, maybe, I guess.
I know, like, haven't really bitten you or, like, turned you, but...
What turned me? I don't...
Basically, I've been Twilight, putting my period blood in your food. I've been putting my menstruation...
Was this some kind of sick fucking joke?
Into your food.
Are you joking? I've had an over-iron deficiency recently. It's really been fucking... I've been going to the doctor and I didn't know to tell you because I didn't know what was happening and I was worried about you.
I was concerned.
I find out bleeding. That you've...
Bro.
We're breaking up.
Oh, mate, there's definitely some breaking going on.
But
that's fucked up.
But the thing is, she's not even asking for help. She's asking if he's turned into a vampire.
She's not even just like...
She doesn't really understand how vampires work.
She's behaving like nothing's wrong with this. I'm just wondering why it hasn't worked yet.
Why hasn't he become a vampire? I don't understand.
You're doing it wrong.
Well, surely she'd just be like, go down on me and my period. Please.
No one...
I'm really into it.
At what in the history of vampires, no one's ever said, "Oh yeah, no, like period blood works fine." How many vampire films have you seen where like a menstruating 13-year-old gets a fucking fanny eaten off because it's the purest of blood?
The pure blood.
You don't understand.
So
vampires are
the thing is, there's no real help with her apart from telling her that she's fucking insane. And you know what? If he was into it, fair enough. But he doesn't know. It's because he doesn't know. Does he? I don't even know if he knows about her love for.
What is it about?
Does he know she's sucking on her own tampons? He must be seeing it in the freezer. Does she know she's sucking on her own tampons?
I'm so glad we weren't like more hungover than we actually were.
No.
That would have tipped.
I think if we hadn't almost drunk,
I think we would have had like our first live vomiting. You know, I think that would have happened. What are you doing?
Thank God we've already drunk over half a bottle of rum to sort out the hangover we had when we got it. When I got here, you were already here.
The bacon sandwiches were helpful as well.
They were incredible. We had a great bacon sandwich. You didn't put any tampon blood in it.
You
rinse out a tampon.
You witnessed the cooking.
I was turning my back for a second.
I even stayed away from ketchup. Just in case you'd be concerned. I thought you might start asking questions.
She needs.
It's fucked up, dude. Like that's more fucked up.
She needs to stop.
Like I know, like
if you're out there, Twilight.
That's more, mate. That's more fucked up than mum fucking a son.
And also, that doesn't happen in Twilight. I'm not fully aware of the film franchise, but I'm fairly sure this teen-friendly fantasy fucking film doesn't involve anyone sucking on used tampons. If it is, I might be quite interested to see it.
I think she's probably just gone onto like a forum.
Maybe it happens in the books. Who knows?
I think someone's just trolled her and said like, oh well, like the easiest way if you don't want to like be bitten.
Because vampirism's pretty, it's a pretty
Also,
popular fetish. Like, that does go on, but not
Can I
like.
just say, she's eating her own blood.
Yeah.
The idea is that you consume the blood of
She's
someone else.
like a vegan vampire.
Oh god.
Vegan vampire.
Oh, that'd be the worst.
You'd be fucked. That'd be a good kid's
They're
book.
just like, no stake through the heart. I'm vegan.
Yeah. Hey, courgettes only.
And it's just like, it's such a shame because I love garlic.
That would be a good kid's book. Vegan vampire.
What, the vegan vampire?
Yeah. Vincent, the vegan vampire.
Nah, you'd have to do like it'd have to be like the vegan zombie, something that involves like cannibalism.
Poor Vincent, the vegan vampire.
Vincent the vegan
Can't
vampire.
eat people, but he's so hungry.
Or Zane the zombie vegan.
Zane,
I don't know. It's the
Zane. I think maybe even a non-rhyming name like Leonard.
That's my name. Well, it's my
That's
middle
not your name.
My middle name.
Oh, okay.
My granddad's name.
Okay. I still stand by it.
Yeah. I mean,
Any references to those living or deceased is purely inquitentional. Fucking coincidental. Inquitentional.
What word? How did you just make that word up? Inquidentional.
Drink.
Well played. No. I mean, only drink to celebrate that you've just created a word. Inquidentional. That's unbelievable. What does that mean, Greg? You take your time.
I don't know.
You just thought up the word, so you might as well think.
Yeah, we'll find.
You know what? We'll figure that out next week.
Find
we'll figure
out
out what
next episode.
inquidentional.
So we have no advice for this person.
No,
Full stop. Apart from she's a fucking loon.
I
And
think
stop sucking tampons.
I mean,
and
it's
start
safe
sucking,
to say that she fucking needs to
Him? I
fucking
don't
sort
know
her
that.
life out.
and he needs to get out of there fucking fast.
He needs to get out of there.
But he doesn't
She
know. He
needs to-
doesn't know. He doesn't know.
She
He could
needs
if
to-
he's into it too. Fine, but you're not fucking telling him.
She needs to stop sucking on her fucking used tampons. Oh God!
God, just saying it. Just
Why
saying
is
it.
Fanny? Why is Fanny
all
blood?
wet and shit?
Why does Fanny blood seem so much worse than regular blood?
Because it is.
But it doesn't make sense.
It is. Have you seen
It's all
it?
just no.
You've never seen it.
Well,
Yes, we've all
sort
seen
of
it. We've all seen
in
it.
glance.
We've seen them on the side
in
occasionally.
passing.
We've seen passing.
A few years ago, I think was the only time that I've ever seen one.
One.
Yeah.
We've seen them, but it is.
I
Different.
got to see it getting pulled out of a girl's vagina.
Wow. Were you doing the pulling?
No, she told me to look away. But
I
kind of-
remember someone I used to work with his missus. They've been together. I think they've been together in a few months at a time, but it basically got stuck up there. So she had to ask him to help get it out. Because obviously it's bad. It can fuck you up health-wise if it gets stuck out too long. All sorts can go wrong.
It's cotton. It will completely dry you out.
So, you shiver away like Yoda. That's what happened to Yoda. Yoda used to be a hot chick.
It's like the house in Poltergeist, where it just kind of like envelops in itself. Basically, you get sucked in by your own vagina. It's true, you know. I've seen it.
That's how you stop flooding. Just fucking tampons ready at the bottom of houses.
Oh, dear.
So we have no advice for her. She's crazy and a fucking lunatic. I'd say
I
that
feel
kind
like
of.
we should have some advice, though.
Oh, well, fucking stop.
Stop what you're doing
Stop.
immediately.
Stop what you're doing and perhaps tell him what you've done and see if he forgives you. If not, don't tell him. Just stop. Or keep doing it for yourself. It's fine, but you're going to get caught out with tampons in the freezer. You're going to get
fucked up,
found
dude.
out.
Someone's going to find one of your used tampons
Going
in the
to
freezer.
get found out.
I mean, we can only assume that she's like 14 because she's A, watching Twilight,
When I was younger,
and B, putting her tampons in the freezer.
my first. Oh God, I don't know. Just tell this story or not. One of my.
Tell it, and then you can decide whether you edit it out
One
or
of my
not.
first girlfriends.
Would you like us to use a fake name?
No, I'm going to use no names. Not fake or real.
That's
'cause
the- that's the best-
I'll make up a
that's
fake
the
name.
best name.
That yeah. So fake name.
Fake name.
I met.
remember fake
She
name.
had like a stepsister who was a lot younger, and I only met this girl once, and for some reason she rang me. I was quite late at night. She rang my mobile or early in the morning, I can't remember, and she was at an airport going on holiday. The younger stepsister with her mum, and she just got a period for the first time, and she didn't know what to do, so she rang me and asked me what to do, and I talked her through like going into the girls' toilets and
That's quite
looking
nice of you.
looking for a machine and getting one and
And
doing it.
at what point in the phone conversation did you start masturbating?
Gave her my address to send it to me afterwards.
Oh.
Suck on it. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm not going to continue the story. It's
Keep it in the
disgusting.
freezer.
But yeah, I'd say that kind of wraps up this episode of All Seeing Guys, episode 32.
If we don't end on questionable comments, then
And
we just keep going.
We've covered quite a lot here. This has been a packed fucking episode, to be fair.
Yeah, it's been good.
We have covered quite
also,
a lot in this episode.
Just a quick.
And we invented a new game.
Just a quick Olympics update. The BBC presenter has apparently been caught topless in Brazil.
Nice.
She is,
Fantastic.
it says here, Helen Skelton is distressed after topless photos of her sunbathing.
Oh, there you have. So what happens if you sunbathe topless?
Oh no, hang on, it gets so much worse. Sorry, this was not topless photos of her emerged when she was in Brazil. This is topless photos of her sunbathing when she was 17 have been republished.
Wow. Nice.
Don't worry, I'm looking.
Nice. Very nice. Well, I'll post those on the All Seeing Guys Facebook page.
Damn, man.
Of course, Bowmans, if you don't already, get onto our Facebook page and fucking have a lot of... We share a lot of random shit, and you're welcome to share your own shit too. You think this is bad, we can be just as fucking bad on this. There's a lot of fun.
Man.
Also, hit us up on Twitter. I enjoy when people do tweet us and fucking share our stuff. Be more fun. Be more interactive. We're here for you to throw shit at so we can talk about it on the show. My arms are in the air.
They are.
That's how serious I am about this.
Begging.
So, as we mentioned earlier, we featured on How to Write a Tune with
Great
Dice
guys.
Rollers.
Yep.
We have...
Thank you again very much, Jay and Tony, for having us on.
Thank you so
Good,
much.
we'll
Thank you
hopefully
so
see you
much.
in the future for something.
Tea and biscuits. We are building up to...
I tell you what, I would genuinely think the four of us could easily do some sort of podcast.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't know. The only thing I could think of would just be the movie idea.
Yeah, but we'd have to go further than that, I'd think.
Because I mean, the great thing is that the one thing I was concerned about after we'd done like the interview with them and sat down and stuff, it crossed my mind that we didn't really get to the bottom or to the final of anything, like any anecdotes whatsoever, and we just went off on like tirades.
Oh, what, on the How to Write a Tune? Yeah.
It was great, but that's what I like.
But a lot of laughs. And we talked about how we've got our Dice Rollers, our hip-hop duo, our mixtape coming up soon. They say it's good for you. Actually... I was looking through it the other day. We've actually got quite a lot of tracks on there all ready to go.
There's only, I think it's about, 3 or 4 that we got
left to finish. Yeah. So it's coming. Be ready. It's coming. But we put a new track out last week called Screwed.
It's been a while as well.
It's been a while. So we put a new track out called Screwed. And we're going to end with that track right now. So if you haven't heard it on How to Write a Tune, you can hear it now. But then go back and re-listen to it on How to Write a Tune, because it's a fucking awesome episode. It's a lot of good fucking fun. And listen to all the other episodes as well.
Very good episode.
So exciting. All right, thank you for listening. I've been Greg Garmsley Armstrong.
You mean Ghastly Garms?
Ghastly
Garms Armstrong.
You know when I said before, that's what Jay called me once after I did the G Armstrong spelling Garmstrong.
Oh yeah.
He messaged me, he called me Sir Garmsley.
Sir Garmsley.
Which I like. I think it's a good name.
Well then, I guess I'm the Earl of Jackson. No, it's just not as good.
I like that. That's cool. L. Jackson. Thank you for listening. This is Dice Rollers Screwed. Ziggy hates the pig, he hates the pig.
Good night.
The boys in blue are on the beat and they'll beat you black and blue in the street. If they decide they wanna fuck with you, they'll come through for you or anyone in your crew. Nails aren't used to closed coffins, now it's done by screws. They joined the ranks of the force and swore on an oath to uphold the law, but they're stunting our growth, abusing their positions, man, it's really quite gross. And getting away with crimes that are bigger than most. They're dosed up, but not off those lines of white powder. They're getting their rocks off from tripping on power. Protect the puppet masters high up in the tower. The sight of a constable leaves my mouth tasting sour. Protect and serve, they got a nerve saying that, when really they deal with situations using combat. Parliament full of crap saying trust the police, when really they're the ones out disturbing the peace.
This little piggy went to town. This little piggy stands there defending the crown. This little piggy beats you down to the ground. This little piggy holds you down. This little piggy went to town. This little piggy stands there defending the crown. This little piggy beats you to the ground, and this little piggy holds you down.
Sirens sound blue, so you better make a move. The boys from the bill plodding out of Sun Hill. You know the drill, take away your free will. Pleading your innocence is second to nil. You have the right to remain silent, but we'll make you talk with violence. 2 against 1, now that's pretty spineless. Standing over you as if there's something more than righteous. Shouldn't really run, but I fear it should be done. Coppers carry guns, threat from bombs. Don't look safe through my eyes. Helicopters flying in our skylines. Turn a blind eye to the crimes of those in power. One blossom flower, all this is devoured. Not enough man hours. Kidnap, rapes and murderers hitting us like meteor showers. Report your suspicions, now we're civilians on a mission, acting accordingly to Parliament's decisions, which can't be swayed by people signing petitions. What we need right now is a goddamn political magician to drastically change our condition.
This little piggy went to town. This little piggy stands there defending the crown. This little piggy beats you down to the ground. This little piggy holds you down. This little piggy went to town. This little piggy stands there defending the crown. This little piggy beats you down to the ground. This little piggy holds you down. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went